Hi, Donna. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the internet to help your business. Now, there are three main things that you can do to set your website above your competition. And the first of these is content. Most business owners don't know that Google is looking for between 1,500 to 2,400 words of informative, well-written content with the right keywords in order to show up at the top of a Google search. Now, we can see that you don't have a lot of content. You've got beautiful pictures, and some of your content is here on a back page. When we look at one of your competitors, we see that they don't have a lot of content either. Again, a lot of pictures. Well, that can be an advantage. I have a little trick that we could use on your website for adding in more content as well as some keywords, and that is to save your images as actual keywords. Sneaky little way to get more words on your website. Okay, speaking of keywords, I have a little tool here called Ahrefs, and what it does is essentially it gives me behind the scenes details that Google is looking at when ranking a site. And when I came out here to look at your competitor, one thing that I noticed is that your main competitor here, up on the wrong page here, the main competitor here does not have any keywords on their site. So what I did was I went out and grabbed a competitor that is one of the agencies, not an individual agent, but one of the agency websites. And they have about 71 keywords. So I wanted to show you what some of these keywords are that they are being found for. Now, keywords are simply what people are typing into Google when they're doing a Google search. For example, Memphis real estate. People are searching that 1,000 times a month. This particular competitor is getting 65 leads off that every month. Memphis, Tennessee real estate, 400 realtor, Memphis, 450 searches every month. Memphis realtors, 200 searches every month. Well, now, of course, real estate is very competitive. And so what I did is I also curated a list of these keywords that have a much lower competition rating, such as Bartlett, Tennessee real estate agents, top real estate agents in Memphis, Tennessee. There's still quite a few searches every month for these. If we add all of these up, that's 230 searches every month for these less competitive keywords that we could take advantage of. So the first thing that you need to do in order to beat your competition online is to reach a minimum of 1,500 words on your page and with the correct keywords, the ones that we were looking at. Because this is what is driving your competitor's business, but it's 100% beatable. Now, check this out. If we do a search for a Google search for real estate agents, Memphis, the first thing that comes up here is the ad section. Now, ads can be great, but they can also be a money pit if you're not careful. If you don't first have your website dialed in, it could really cause a problem, and especially if you're not tracking them correctly. And now this next section here, this is called the map pack, as it is right up next to the Google Maps. Now this is where you want your business to be showing up, here in the top three. And you're going to ask me, okay, great, Shay, how do I end up in the top three of the map pack? Well, this has everything to do with the second thing I want to talk to you about, and that is citations. So now you're probably asking yourself, what's a citation and why do they matter? Well, a citation is simply your name, address, and phone number out on various directories, such as Yelp, Yellow Pages. And this is how Google verifies your business, and it gives relevance to your local business. And there are a couple hundred of these directories out there. And in order to be seen at the top of the map pack, the average website has about 150 citations. So what we're going to do is we want to make sure that you have at least 200 citations, and that will push you up in the rankings in the map pack. And it will also take a lot of other people a lot longer to catch up. Now let's talk about the third thing that I wanted to go over with you today, and that is backlinks. And this third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So when we do this search, real estate agents Memphis, and we go on past the map pack, what we see here is called the organic section, and you really want to be on the first page of Google's search organic section, especially in these top 3 spots, because 70% of all clicks go to the top 3 websites. That is hundreds potentially of leads every month. Now you're probably wondering, how do we get there? Well, you need authority. And so how do you get authority? Well, this all comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. For example, if like a local blog or industry site were to have an article about you, and in that there's a link that when someone clicks it, wham, it takes you down to your website. That's a backlink. So the more relevant the backlink, the more valuable it is, because this is a way that it passes authority to your website. It's kind of like getting a referral. So using my tool once more, this Ahrefs tool, we can come in and we can see the backlinks that they've gotten, and we can actually go in and get the same backlinks that they have. We can also go and do more research and get more backlinks for you. And using these strategies, we can build you a great, strong backlink profile. So see, getting you to the top of a Google search, it's not magic, it's just method. And I've shown you that method today. So once again, we went over content. Your page needs to have a minimum of 1,500 words, and it needs to include the proper keywords. Citations, well, you want to have at least 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And backlinks, you need to have more relevant backlinks pointing at your website to show Google that you are the authority. Well, Donna, I think that's all I've got for you. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation today, and I hope you got a lot of value out of it, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.